Hello. I just wanted to record this since I can't go live. The conflict of being an Indian. So, a person identified, whatever circumstance, I guess, whether it be criminal or whether it just be like identification for like services like food stamps or fucking any kind of paperwork, um, they're identified as Indian and it gets passed through, and sometimes in the shape of an officer, any officer too, or any responding department or employee of the state, like a government employee of the state. So it goes all the way through the state's courts, and it's handled in that way. There's a process. Yes, we all sit down and we understand what an Indian is, and that's just how it is, I guess. To where I have to put this because everyone involved influencing a need, because there's a need obviously being requested for recognition from the state courts, uh, in the shape of what this word is in some way, shape, or form. And, the response from the federal, that's right. That's what people always influence whenever anything goes bad or whatever, is that there's always going to be a response from the federal government. If it's even perceivable by the person responding whether there'd be anything wrong with the word Indian and how it can be abused in multiple ways, one of two things occur, which is where it pertains, whatever it pertains to gets passed without doubt. Okay, like that's not far from the truth. Like people still think that that's just the way it is. They're just going to be there, and they're going to be like, this is the form, this is the correct form, this is the correct language, this is the proper formatting, this is my position, this is what I got to do, and, there's professionalism, all that good shit in there, but really it's stamping word Indian for what it is, essentially. So, to where it goes into, and this is where it seems like, there's a split, or there's like conflicting opinions that can occur, by the way, even within our own government, where fucking a question of moral obligation occurs, as in, well, how morally even obligated are we in understanding what it is that these people even say or choose to understand, because we're operating on a completely different level than just fucking all these processes combined. And that's where some good minds are literally left for the worst, because they end up asking too many questions. And it's not even about like exposing something or, some weird shit, some whistleblower weird shit. But it's more like, like who's doing what and why they did it. That's literally what it kind of becomes. So My conflict is, my understandings are revolved around this word, where it's at, how it's being utilized, the categorization, how it's being applied, the different variety of that fucking application in many different ways, even too it's accepted by people who somehow, who are subjected to it, come to the understanding of somehow that they're an Indian, or a derogatory term, if you will, like Navajo or Sioux. So, for me, this is kind of like how I perceive things. This is what actually happens. This can all be found as being a process that's happening. I tried to explain it, the fucking best way I can. I'm sorry, I'm just a little disturbed by all this shit sometimes, but I'm just telling you straight up that this is how it is, and if you got a problem with that, you got a problem with me, you got a problem with shit happening like this, or being this way, even because I'm doing it, that's just too fucking bad. Because you better have fucking did anything to begin with to even fucking come at me like that. I'm tired of you fuckers. Well, where the fuck are you people? It's like, honestly, you're parading around, like, people with disabilities. You're parading around fucking all kinds of crazy shit. just to make your point known that you have some type of use. But it's like, fucker, I don't require a use out of you. I require answers. I require a lot of answers for what it is that we somehow seem to already agree with. And it seems like you don't expect me to really understand that shit. Or anyone else to. And it's an insult to my intelligence to be like, nah, I don't need to say anything. I don't need to show anything. Really, it's like that. So, you can try to come at me, but obviously I already have all these processes and the many different sleazy ways. All of these processes have already been corrupted with the things I'm going through right now. So, if you wanna try to trade blows, let's go. I think it'll be fun to make a public demonstration. Like in the movies, how you see superheroes just fucking fly into buildings and shit. Let's see that, then. Because obviously you think I understand a lot of this shit, as in, like, what I'm already in affiliation with, being the tribe or a federal entity that I somehow understand, even though it's derogatory with a lot of language just being used, I kind of see you being a certain way, fucker. I see you being shameless. So, for me, I understand that you must think you're cute or something, and it's great.